Good morning. Good morning to all my friends who are viewing me. A very good morning to you. Hope you all enjoyed my previous programs. And today I'll speak on this theme topic of integrity. Living up to one's integrity. And everybody under the sun claim to have integrity. Yeah, they do claim. But claiming and living up to integrity, what matters? And there's a world of a difference in claiming that I've got integrity, but living up to my integrity is what you call integrity. They say action speaks louder than words. Fine. You can say X number of things, but living it up in action, performing a particular aspect, front in life in action is what matters. Anyway, when integrity sets in, or not sets in, when integrity is been lived up to, it's a very great feeling. It's a very great feeling. What is integrity? Integrity is ethics, discipline, commitments, living up to commitments, morals, all put together, it's called integrity. Okay, anyway, so I'll explain this front integrity in form of examples, anecdotes, happenings in my life and in the lives of people who I've been interacting with. Fine. Now, for example, once I was with a friend of mine in abroad in South America, and we got caught in a problem, or we got involved in a problem, and we were held responsible for something which I will not say we did, or we will not do no comments. Anyway, so we were detained, not in prison, we were detained in a particular place for a couple of months. And then, there, when you're detained, right, you can't live up to your whims and fancies. So the food was at their discretion. Fine. So one fine day, someone came to meet us. That's a friend of mine and me. And they brought some special food. So what happened was, when they left and that gentleman, my friend, had the container of that food, and we both were supposed to share it. So fine, he opened the container and he started eating and I started eating. And then what happened was, he was that starved, I guess. He started taking a portion of food and hiding it. But I don't see why, in order to eat more than me. And then that person claimed, before we got into this problem, he claimed to have integrity. A befitting example of integrity was him. That's what he used to claim. And that day, when he hid that portion of food, right, I realized, hey man, just for food, he's doing that. And how can he claim himself to have integrity? And that was true. That was against integrity. So he was gravely mistaken, like there are plenty of people who are gravely mistaken that they have integrity. No, if you have integrity, no matter what come may, you got to sustain your integrity without staining it. He stained his integrity by doing that. And it is not a silly example, it is a befitting example that that gentleman who claimed to have integrity didn't have integrity. No. So his actions spoke louder than his words. See what I mean? Alright. Then another example, which I guess everybody goes through in life, is when you owe some thing to somebody, let it be money or let it be any kind of thing, you are committed to that person, you owe that person something, and unfortunately, you can't live up to that commitment or that payment due to X number of reasons. Fine, for example, business. You owe about $100 or $100 to someone, and you can't pay that money due to genuine, valid, concrete reasons. You can't pay that person on that particular day or on that particular time. So what integrity demands here for you to call up that person and tell him, see, I owe you this much of money. I'm not in a position to pay you due to valid reasons. But I assure you, I will live up to that payment. I will pay you the money as soon as I get the money. Give me a couple of weeks, a couple of days, depends on the situation. That's what you call integrity. Integrity. You don't stain your integrity, but you sustain it. That's what you call integrity. Well, I've come across this situation one too many number of times, and off late with my loved one. I love that person, and that person, I always thought that that person had integrity. That person had integrity. Now, I was gravely mistaken there. I'll give you an example, an anecdote. We were in a relationship, alright, fine, and I thought that that person was, the synonym of integrity was that person. Synonym of virtuousness was that person. That person was everything to me. And that person did injustice to this term integrity. I'll tell you why. Fine, everything was going well, and one fine day, her parents got to know about this, and then we had a confrontation, and hell broke loose, repercussions, chaos, and the works. Fine. And then that person apparently claimed to have integrity. What that person should have done was lived up to that integrity, irrelevant to the consequences. That person had to live up to integrity by standing firm, right? Not chickening out. That person just chickened out by not uttering a word. And they were accusing me, they were putting false allegations on me, but that person just didn't do a damn. Just chickened out. Because the consequences the person couldn't face. This is what you call she didn't sustain her integrity. She stained her integrity. What she should have done was to speak to them. Yes, this is the truth. Fine, this is the truth. I ain't going to chicken out. I ain't going to deny the truth. I am going to live up to what the truth is. That by doing that, right, that person would have lived up to integrity. See? This is where that person didn't live up to the integrity. Why? Because that's what they ultimately claim that, see, integrity, okay, you want me to live up to my integrity as far as you're concerned. And what about the integrity as far as my parents are concerned? My integrity towards them? Well, what is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. Rule for one is rule for all. So what that person should have done is weigh the pros and cons. Where there is justice, live up to that justified integrity, not unjustified integrity by living up to selfishness, by living up to lies, by living up to what you may call it self-centeredness, fake pride. All these things speak volumes regarding integrity. So my dear friends, integrity is a must in life. Everybody claims to have integrity, but living up to integrity what matters. What come may, don't let go your integrity. Live up to your integrity, my dear friend. Believe me, once you live up to integrity, right, you feel good yourself. If you don't live up to integrity, let it be the most insignificant thing in life. You cut a sorry figure right in front of your conscience. And once a person cuts a sorry figure in front of one's conscience, right? One's own conscience, right? Life becomes miserable, man. Ain't worth living. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. That person I call a disgraceful person. Alright? Anyway, hope I didn't offend nobody and hope you enjoyed this conversation of mine and hope you all do the needful as far as integrity is concerned. Take care. Bye. Have a pleasant day. Ciao.